Hello everyone, my name is Brent and I just want to be sharing some practical ministry tools with you. And what I want to talk about for the next couple of minutes is just a couple of comments to those who are emceeing, whether you're emceeing live in the building or whether you're emceeing for a camera, for an online service. Here are just a couple of thoughts. Please, I'm definitely no expert in this area, but just as we're trying to train more MCs for the church, I thought I'd jot down a couple of thoughts. And so there's five balances that I believe as an MC, someone who's overseeing and someone who's introducing a meeting, I believe there's five balances that we need to try and get right. Let me run through them. Number one, to get the energy right. Here's the reality. People in a crowd, even if it's online, they respond to the energy level of the MC. So if you come in and, hello everyone, glad you can come, straight away the energy will just begin to dip and people will begin to dial out. At the same time, I'm not one of those hype type people. I don't like seeing someone who's like, give me a J, give me an ear. Just that disconnects as well. So the first thing to get right is to try and be yourself, but realize that people connect with energy. It takes energy to connect with a crowd. And so make sure you bring some energy with you as you emceeing, because it's your energy that's going to help lift the energy of the crowd as well. Number two is to get the balance right between being formal and informal. How formal should you be? How informal should you be? Now, of course, that's a question of what type of occasion is it? It's a question of values. What kind of, if it's a church meeting, what kind of church culture do you have? Now, for us, like many of you, if you're part of the New Covenant Ministries tribe, we're quite an informal bunch of people. However, we do attract a lot of people into the church who come from a very sort of traditional church background. That's why, as an MC, you've got to walk this line. If you're too formal, the meeting becomes regimented, it becomes too follow, step one, step two, step three, is too strict, and people kind of struggle to really connect with that, because actually church should be a family. There should be a family vibe. At the same time, you can swing the pendulum where you're so hairy casual, so laid back, you forget that there's some people who've dressed up in their Sunday best, or there's some people watching at home who actually believe church should be something sacred, something solemn. And so my encouragement here is, you know, your personality time. If you are very kind of come from a conservative traditional past, you need to ease up a little bit, because people want to feel connected. At the same time, if you're a very hairy casual, you might need to tighten it up. And remember, you've got some older folk, some people from different backgrounds. So try and get that formal, informal balance just right. The third one is to get the length right. This is crucial. To be honest, an MC is crucial, but they should be like background music. When they're there, you don't even notice it. It just creates a beautiful environment. But if there's no music or the wrong music, then it's something's not right. Same with the MC. It's not about the MC, but the MC creates an environment and an atmosphere that can make a very big difference as to people's engagement and enjoyment of the service. Length plays a very important role in that. You want to be as short as possible, but you want to add value. So the worst thing that can happen is an MC who goes on and on and on and on, and people are eventually like, just move along. We haven't come for the MC. We've come to sing and worship. We've come to listen to the preaching of the word, or whatever kind of service it is. We haven't come to listen to the MC make comments. So the worst mistake is to be too long and drag it out. Obviously, at the same time, as an MC, you do have a contribution to make. You create the environment, you introduce a speaker, you encourage involvement. So get the balance right. Too long, too short, get it just right. Fourth point then is the kind of notes and how you present. The ideal for an MC, remember, his job is to connect with people and guide people in terms of the direction of the service. What you don't want is someone who's going to be completely rooted into their notes, because then they're failing in their biggest job, which is to connect with people. At the same time, be careful that you haven't stuck your notes just to the side, because you can be passionate and involved, but straight away people realize you're not looking at the camera, or you're not looking at people, you're looking at your notes. The best thing to do is to just have your prompts. As an MC, when I'm introducing the church service, I know I've got to say welcome to everyone, got to highlight the visitors, mention the kids ministry, and introduce what's going to be happening in the service. 4 things I've got to do. So chances are I might forget one just in the moment. So all I need, it's fine to take something with you, piece of paper with you, but all you want is just a few little prompts. You don't want a whole long thing to read. Get the notes right. Your job is to connect, so only have the bare essentials to remind you. And then the last one, point number 5, is just getting the balance right between personal and professional. Once again, remember, your job is to connect. You want to be excellent in what you do, but we do want to let people connect with us. So be yourself. Be yourself. Don't try and copy someone else. Don't try and be like someone else. Be yourself. If you are a friendly, laughing person, then laugh and show some joy. If you're a little bit more introverted, but more serious, be yourself. And you know, it's okay sometimes to make little blupses and little errors. We're aiming for excellence, but we don't have to be perfect all the time. Relax, be yourself, let people connect with your personality, and as you are excellent but natural, people will connect with that. So they're the 5 things. Get the energy balance right, get the formal, informal balance right, get the length right, get the notes and prompts right, and lastly, get the personal, professional right. These 5 things, I believe, can be super helpful and can make the difference between an MC who really creates a great environment of expectation, of excitement, people know where they're going, or you can completely detract from what God wants to do through a meeting. I hope it's helpful. I hope that it adds value to you, and go for it next time you up emceeing a meeting.